When it comes to business credit cards and debit cards, there are so many different options to choose from, so which one is going to be better for your business? We'll be comparing both types of cards and giving you the pros and cons of each, so by the end of this video, you can make an informed decision about which one is the right call for your business. Hi everybody, I'm Zach Ritchie. If you want more information on how to make your business grow and flourish in 2023, then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel. So when we say debit cards, what are we talking about here? These are cards that are linked directly with your business checking account, so you can only spend what you have in your account at that moment. Now, these are a good option for businesses that want more control over their spending, and they can be helpful for separating your business and personal finances and for keeping track of purchases for accounting purposes. Now, if this debit card happens to have a Visa or Mastercard logo on it, then that means it can also be accepted literally anywhere that those major card issuers are also accepted. Now, business credit cards, on the other hand, these allow you to borrow money from the card issuer up to a certain limit in order to finance your business expenses. These are very helpful if you need extra capital for your business. Most, if not all, have 0% interest terms for anywhere from 6 to 22 months. These are way more helpful in unforeseen opportunities or emergencies than debit cards. However, both debit cards and credit cards offer some benefits and drawbacks that you need to consider before making a final decision. According to the 2019 Federal Reserve study, debit cards were used almost twice as often as credit cards in 2018, but the value of credit card payments exceeded the value of debit card payments by almost 30%. So here's a look at the pros and cons of each type of card. Debit card pros: they can help businesses stay within their budget. They're easy to use. You literally just swipe and go. Some debit cards offer rewards programs. However, the cons: if funds aren't available, the transaction may be declined outright. It may not be accepted by all merchants. Typically, debit cards don't really have the greatest reward programs, and most importantly, they are not federally covered in the case of unauthorized use. They have less protection than credit cards in the case of fraud. According to the Mercator Advisory Group's recent study, debit card fraud increased, with 1/4 of debit card owners reporting fraud on their card in 2020. However, credit card users are protected by the Fair Credit Billing Act, which has protections that don't apply when you use a debit card. There is also a huge amount of fees associated with debit cards. These can include monthly maintenance fees, wire transfer fees, ATM fees, overdraft or NSF fees, cash handling fees, excess transactional fees, statement fees, annual fees. It adds up very, very quickly. Now, credit card pros. Credit cards can provide extra capital for businesses when needed. Many business credit cards offer reward programs that can greatly benefit businesses. They offer tools to help you manage employee spending. They may be accepted by more merchants than just plain debit cards. And most importantly, fraud protection. We're talking about chargeback. So if something goes wrong with a transaction, a business credit card will allow you the option to reverse that transaction and get that funding back. But what about business credit cons? Well, to be perfectly frank, there aren't a ton to list. I would say that the major drawback is after that 0% interest rate is over, you're going to be paying some form of major interest if you're carrying a balance month to month on the cards. And that can be expensive for some businesses. However, that being said, if the idea of business credit cards carrying interest worries you or scares you off, first of all, you're not alone. But I encourage you to watch our business credit masterclass to avoid paying interest on these cards for years, even after the initial 0% offer has expired. This masterclass is 100% free, and along with avoiding interest, it's also going to teach you how you can quickly get access to up to $250,000 worth of business credit. It's hosted by our CEO, Ari Page, and he goes over all the tactics the banks use to deny your applications, and he reveals some of the tactics that our team at Fund&Grow have used to get entrepreneurs access to over $1.4 billion in 0% interest business funding. So I will link that video in the description below. I recommend you go give it a watch. It's going to be a great tool for helping you get the funding your business needs. So with all that being said, hope I've provided you plenty of info here. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.